In other news, federal law enforcement agencies, say one of the biggest threats we face is the growing threat of white supremacy and anti-democratic groups in the U.S. Today, a congressional hearing zeroed in on just that issue.
Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live from the U.S. Capitol with much more. Rachel.
Well, Mike and Eva, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, there are more than 700 hate groups in the United States, some of which are in Pennsylvania. And so congressional members are on both sides of the aisle are concerned about the growing number of these groups, as well as how these groups are using violence.
Buffalo officials are calling the mass shooting racially motivated violent extremism.
In a video montage displayed in a House Oversight Subcommittee hearing, the chairman, Rep. Jamie Raskin, says the video highlights a proliferation of extremist violence against Americans.
So I pray to Almighty God and ask each of you to dig deep and steel yourselves for this war.
The subcommittee focused on white supremacy and anti-democratic groups in the U.S., adding the presence of these groups continue to grow.
We hear a lot about threats to our democracy and Constitution these days. Those threats are real.
According to the FBI, they say lone offenders and small groups motivated by a range of ideological beliefs and/or personal grievances continue to pose a persistent and lethal threat to the homeland. Rep. Raskin lists off a few incidents.
On May 14th, 2022, an 18-year-old white supremacist named Peyton Gendron jacked up on online propaganda about the racist and anti-Semitic Great Replacement theory, entered a Top supermarket in Buffalo with an illegally modified AR-15 semi-automatic rifle and murdered 10 African-American people, wounding 3 others. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer was the target of a kidnapping and assassination plot by racist anti-government extremists. In prior hearings over the last 3 years, long before violent insurrectionists bearing Confederate battle flags overran the Capitol on January 6, 2021, we found that violent white supremacy and its partner, anti-democratic extremism, today constitute the most serious domestic terror threat facing our people.
Now, witnesses explained that conspiracy theories such as the Great Replacement theory, which is the belief that there are some global powers trying to undermine white political power and white existence, remains the energizing principle for white nationalism, but witnesses say that Congress can step in to help combat these issues. Things like making sure there's oversight for social media giants like Meta and Twitter to make sure that they're, kind of taking control of any hate speech online. And then Congress could also, Mike and Eva, support initiatives and programs to combat these issues. Back to you.